And here we have another rational equation that we can work on. And I'll get started by determining our restricted values for y. And in this case, we know that y cannot be equal to 0. Right away, we can figure that out, right? Because if it is, we would get 1 over 0, and that's no good. We never want to see a denominator equaling 0. And y squared also cannot be equal to 0, which also means the same thing, that y cannot be equal to 0. So that is our only restricted value here. Y cannot be equal to 0. So now let's get started with this equation by multiplying both sides of the equation by the least common denominator of these two fractions. In this case, the least common denominator would be just y squared. And I'll distribute the y squared in here. So y squared times 1 is y squared all over y. Y squared times 2 is just 2y squared all over y squared. And 1 times y squared is just, surprise, surprise, y squared, of course. Now we can start canceling things out. And y squared over y is just y. Y squared over y squared, they just cancel out. So we're left with y plus 2 equals y squared. So now, how do we solve that? What I'll do is that I'll bring all the elements that we have over here to the right side of the equation. So I'm basically subtracting the y and the 2. Y minus y, 0. 2 minus 2, 0. So we have 0 on the left side of the equation, and y squared minus y minus 2 on the right side of the equation. Over here, I can factor this. And we're looking for, you can put a y over here, a y over there. We're looking for two numbers that multiply to negative 2 and add up to negative 1. There's a hidden negative 1 there. Those two numbers would be negative 2 and positive 1. And here we go. How are we going to determine what y is going to be equal to now? Well, y minus 2 times y plus 1 is 0. So if we plugged in a 2 here for y, 2 minus 2 would be 0. So that would be an answer. So y is 2. And over here, y plus 1 is 0. So if we had a negative 1 plus 1, that would give us 0. So negative 1 is also an answer. So our answers are 2 and negative 1. Neither of them are 0, which is our only restricted value. Therefore, we're done, and both these solutions are good. 2 and negative 1.